right now, there's a conversation happening inside your head that's either making you rich or keeping you really broke. And what I'm going to share with you today will change your life literally. Because you already know how sometimes you are lying in your bed at night and there's this voice inside your head just talking, like constantly chattering away, right? Well, here's the crazy part. That voice is literally keeping you broke. And I'm not even kidding. Think about it for a second. When was the last time you saw something you wanted? Maybe a nice car, maybe a vacation, or even a really nice mansion you can't afford right now. And what's the first thing that popped into your head when you thought about it? Let me guess. I can't afford that, right? Now, here's the crazy part. Most of the time, you don't even think about it because that response was an automatic program from your subconscious mind without you even noticing it. It's like breathing. You don't think about it, it goes naturally. And do you know what's even crazier? Most people have no idea that this conversation is even taking place in their head. They don't even hear it anymore. So let me explain why this is so important, and more importantly, how you can rewire it. If you want to do all the things you could dream of, then this is important that you understand this. Because most people go through their entire lives being controlled by that worried voice, never even realizing it's there. And they follow that voice like a slave. You think those thoughts are you. But listen, you are not. You think I can't afford it because you are looking at your current reality. But you can, right? And therefore, if you really think about it, that voice is simply lying to you. It's a program that doesn't serve you. The question to you is, do you want to keep playing this program inside your head, or do you want to change it? Because the truth is, if you are not aware of this voice, or you don't change it, you will follow this voice, right? And if you follow it, you keep making the same decisions and do the same things you did every day to stay like you are right now. And here is where you can make a big difference. Therefore, you have to start being aware of this limited voice in your head and start to realize it's not you, but an old programmed voice inside your head. Maybe from your dad when you were young, for example. Because if you start being aware, you will start to see that secret man behind the curtain. So, what is that man with that voice? Is it maybe someone you know? And here's why that makes you incredibly powerful. The moment you become aware of that voice, it loses 90% of its control of you. It's like when you're watching a magic trick and suddenly you see how it's done. The magic disappears right at the moment, right? Now, suddenly you realize, wait, that's not me talking, that's just my old programming. And that's when everything changes. And that's where the big shift will happen. Because once you can hear that old voice, that old program, if you can start hearing that voice, you can start change your program. And when you start chasing the program, you will have other outcomes, right? Your subconscious mind doesn't care which voice you listen to. It simply processes and acts on the dominant patterns you feed it. It just follows your instructions. So when you consciously choose to ask, how could I make this work? Instead of, why is this not working? Your brain goes like, oh, okay, we are looking for solutions now. Got it, I'm going to work. And here's the thing. Most people will never discover this superpower because they are too used to the same voice inside their head, to their same program they use every single day. They will keep letting that automatic voice run their financial life until the day they die. And therefore, there is one important thing you have to know about your old program. Because that program and negative voice inside your head will do everything to talk you out of any change. You'll hear stuff like, "Yeah, right, you will be wealthy. Give me a break. Look at you. You have tried a lot of things and did it help you?" Or, "Oh, please. Positive thinking, that's just feel good nonsense. You think saying some affirmation is gonna magically make money appear? Get real, man. You are too old to start now. You should have figured this out years ago. This is you. Accept it and stop wasting time on these stupid dreams." Listen, that voice is terrified of losing control. It's like a dictator who's ruled your mind for decades. So of course it's going to fight back hard. But here's what's great about this. The harder you fight this voice, the more you know you are onto something powerful. It wouldn't be working so hard to stop you if this wasn't real, because it wants to keep you safe. So the question is, do you dare to change this voice and use one simple trick to change it? If the answer is yes, then stay watching, because you know that negative voice isn't you. It's just old programming trying to keep itself alive. And now that you have started to be aware of that voice, you can choose to walk right past it. And that awareness alone puts you ahead of 95% of the population. Because do you think that wealthy people say to themselves, "I cannot afford that"? Think about it for a second. When Elon Musk wanted to build rockets, do you think his first thought was, "I can't afford to start a space company"? Hell no. His brain immediately went to, "How can I make this happen?" So how can you shut down that voice inside your head that shuts down possibilities? Like, "I can't afford it." How can you automatically manifest the things you really want? This isn't some magic pill where you read this once and suddenly you are thinking like a millionaire. That survival voice has been there running the show for years, maybe decades. So this doesn't happen instantly. You need to be really intentional about it. But here's the good news. This isn't complicated work. It's just consistent work. And maybe there's that voice again that says, "Oh, you are not consistent, so it's not for you." Because right now, every time you see something you want, your brain automatically goes to, "I can't afford it." That happens probably 10 to maybe 20 times a day, right? So your job is simply catch yourself, and then after the catch, ask better questions. How can you make yourself more consistent? And you will see that the answer you will come up with, it's literally a different operating system than you are using right now. So don't forget that this is an old program that is running you from a really young age. So the first step is to becoming aware of this limited voice. And this can take you some time. But here's exactly how to reprogram that voice. So step number 1, catch it and reframe it. So for the next week, I want you to carry a small notebook with you or just your phone, and every time you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford it," write it down, don't judge it, just notice it. And then immediately reframe it. "I can't afford it" becomes, "How could I afford this?" "That's too expensive" becomes, "What would it take to make this possible?" "I'm not good with money" becomes, "I'm learning to be better with money." The key is to catching the old program in the moment, because you can't change what you are not aware of. And after just 1 week of doing this, you will be shocked at how often that negative voice was running your life. Step number 2 is to create a mind movie. Now, here's where it gets really powerful. And this is a 3 to 5 minute video max of your ideal financial life. Images of the house you want, the car you want, the vacation you want, or the freedom you want. Set it to music that makes you feel amazing and watch it every single morning when you wake up. And for example, every night before you go to sleep. And here's why this is so powerful. Your subconscious mind thinks in pictures and feelings, not words. When you watch that mind movie every day, you are literally programming the new images in your subconscious mind. You are showing it a new reality, a new possibility. And here's what happens. That old voice that says, "I can't afford it," starts to weaken, because your subconscious mind is seeing a different story every day. And the voice that used to say, "That's impossible," starts saying, "How can I make this happen?" Because you have given your brain new programming, new images, and new feelings. Instead of feeling lack when you see something you want, you start feeling excitement. And that's exactly what your mind movie does. It reprograms your automatic responses. So here's your homework. Number 1, start catching and reframing that voice inside your head for just 1 week. Create your mind movie and watch it twice a day. Do this consistently for 30 days, and I promise you that old voice will lose most of its power over you. And when that happens, when you start automatically seeing possibilities instead of limitations, that's when your financial life begins to change. Because wealthy thinking leads to wealthy actions, and wealthy actions leads to wealthy results. So if you want to see exactly how I created my mind movie and get a step-by-step process to change that limited voice inside your head, click the link in the description below. Because your new financial reality is waiting for you. It's time to change the conversation inside your head. Keep up the good work and see you in the next video.